So what's going on, everybody? Tech King Mike back with another video, and yes, I know it has been a minute. Been on a little bit of a hiatus, but man, had some awesome stuff going on. Found out wife is pregnant, so got a little person on the way. Pretty excited about that, and I feel more confident than ever that I made a really good decision in sticking with my Android phone of choice. Now, you guys know I'm not really the person that enjoys the two-phone lifestyle, but I've learned to kind of just come and embrace it for what it is. So I did have the S21 Ultra, and if you guys didn't catch that video, I will have it linked somewhere up here where I did send the phone back. I had some reasons for sending it back, and I had some issues with it. I just kind of feel like Samsung has just kind of gone in the direction I'm not too comfortable with. But in this video, I want to talk about the last device that I purchased, last Android phone that I got, and I want to kind of tell you guys some of my thoughts and experiences with it after a few weeks of using it, and that is the Pixel 4a 5G. Now, this phone has been, without a shadow of a doubt, a sleeper surprise that I was not expecting. Now, before I say anything else, I want to make two things very clear. Number one, this is not a flagship, and number two, that doesn't matter. All right? Stay with me for a second. Cue the intro, and let's talk about it. So like I said, guys, Pixel 4a 5G. Now, when you look at this device, what does it say to you? To me, it screams industrial. It screams function. It screams it just works. That's what it says to me when I look at this device. And let's be honest. Let's be honest with you. I'll be honest with you guys. The Pixel 4a 5G is the perfect combination of the Pixel 5 and the Pixel 4a. Now, what you have is a nice device that comes in at a good price at about $500. I was able to pick mine up through T-Mobile for $350. I got this for almost the same price as a Pixel 4a. Right? So $350, I was able to get the 4a 5G. Now, there are a couple of things that make this phone just truly unique in the sea of phones that are out right now. For one, you have a headphone jack, you have a big battery, and you also have a nice 6.2-inch display, which after using devices in the 6.8, 6.9, giggity at range and all of that stuff, it's nice to kind of go back to a more pocket-friendly, comfortable device to hold. Now, there are three main things about the Pixel 4a 5G that just kept me coming back to it over a Samsung. Now, I'm a big import fan, but I don't have any of those around to compare it to. But compared to a Samsung or maybe even a OnePlus, I don't know. I might need to get a OnePlus 9 Pro to do a proper comparison, or maybe even a OnePlus 9. That's the one that I think most people really should look at, but it's just me. But the Pixel 4a 5G does three things really well, and it literally just works. So the three main things that this phone does for me in 2021 are, number one, the call screen feature. Now, when someone is calling my phone and I'm able to literally screen the call to make sure that the call does not, like make sure I'm not getting scammed, or make sure it's not a telemarketer or somebody asking about my car warranty or something like that, it is really nice to be able to just tap screen and get it out of the way. Another thing that I really enjoy about the Pixel 4a 5G is the integration with my smart home. Now, I have a Google Home, a Google Nest, whatever you want to say it, in every single room in my house, except for the bathrooms, of course. But in my living room, my dining room, kitchen, bedrooms of my apartment, every single room has a Google Home in it. And it is really nice to just hold the power button down and access a lot of those things like my smart lights back there, or even to access specific features like broadcast, something that I didn't even know existed until I got a Pixel, and I also didn't know it existed until I talked to some people who have Pixels. And this is my first time actually using and just kind of experiencing the Pixel life. Now, you'll know there's a video on the channel about the Pixel 3a XL, and I wanted to lead that into the third thing. This device is what I feel like Android is at its core. Now, I love Android when it's truly customizable, but I also enjoy the simplistic nature of it. And certain things that used to bother me don't bother me anymore. Case in point, I used to think that the fact that Google would not allow you to remove the Google search bar from the bottom of the screen was stupid. You know, in my mind, I'm like, well, how is it customizable Android if I can't even remove the Google search bar? I use it almost every time I'm using the phone. I mean, think about it. We live in a society in a day and age where we literally Google everything we need to know. So I constantly find myself when I'm using this phone just, oh, there's a Google search bar down there. Let me just tap it and keep moving. So Google knows what they're doing with that. And I really like the implementation of how they're doing it. A lot of people say that Apple does things in the name of you adapt to us. I feel like Google is not necessarily on the same brash, harsh approach of it, but I do feel like Google knows that, hey, you're buying an Android device, you're going to be using Google for the search for things. Let's just make it easy for you, and boom, right there. A bonus thing that I really enjoy about the Google Pixel, and this is just me personally, I am a huge music lover. As you guys know, I've said it plenty of times on this channel. I drive trucks for a living, man, and it is just truly awesome that this thing can do the now playing, where even when it's not connected to something, I can listen and I can know what song is playing. Can't tell you how many times I've gone into a store and been like, man, I really want to know the name of that song, and just couldn't find it or couldn't Shazam it in time because of all the noise and the chatter. But now, thanks to this thing, I literally can just pull the phone out and just look at it, and I'm like, I got it. So shout out to Google for that, man. That's really awesome. But yeah, man, the Google Pixel 4a 5G is a really, really nice phone. I think everybody should try a Pixel at least once. The 4a coming in at $350, the 5 coming in at around $600, and this one coming in as the Goldilocks at $500. I don't think you can go wrong with either one. I really don't. If you can catch this one on sale, definitely grab this one. But I don't think anyone can go wrong if they were to pick up a Pixel. We live in a time where it's not uncommon for people to have a second device, or for people to have a device that's specifically for work or things like that. And this phone is one of those that I would truly, really recommend. You know, it's just how I feel at this point in time after using it. And it's high time that we stop looking at these $1,000 phones as the only option on the table. Obviously, there are better options out there on any price range, but I'm just saying, man, Google deserves more attention, and I hope that if you are in the market for a new device, that you might consider picking up a Pixel and checking one out. But that being said, it's your man Tech King Mike. I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace out.